My name is Benjamin Fulford, and I'm here to talk to you about the secret government of the United States and why it is the world's largest problem. My involvement with the secret government started this spring when I interviewed Japanese Finance Minister Heizo Takenaka. I confronted him with evidence that he had sold out the Japanese financial system to a group of financial companies controlled by David Rockefeller and Rothschilds. The very next day, I got an email from someone who said he was introduced by Mr. Takenaka and he wanted me to meet somebody. The person I met gave me this Freemason badge, and he said to me that he was a professional assassin and that I could either stop exposing people, he said I could either continue exposing people and die at the age of 46, or I could become basically finance minister of Japan. Now I have all this proof on tape and video. This is apparently what happens to a lot of people on this planet. They get to a certain level and they're told either you join us or you die. And most of them join them, and that way they get the elite in their pocket. And that's the secret of their control. In my case, I would have probably had to do that too. Although, once I realized I had met an honest, genuine, high-level Freemason who told me there were 13 levels of Freemason above the 33rd degree, and that these people were God. There was no God, they were God. So I asked them about their plans to kill people, and they said, yes, there are too many people on the planet. We need to get rid of several billion. And war doesn't seem to work, so we're going to use disease and starvation. Now, I don't know about you, but I couldn't live with something like that. And my first thought was I'll have to pretend to join them and try to, throw them over from the inside. And I suspect a lot of the people inside those groups have the same feeling. They hate being there, but they're scared. But they'd love it if these guys were overthrown. So you got to remember, not everybody in the secret government is evil. In fact, I'd be willing to bet a majority actually want to do good things for the planet, but they're scared. In my case, the very next day after I got this threat and offer of a bribe from the ninja, well, the guy who described himself as a ninja, a Chinese secret society contacted me. It's actually an Asian secret society. It's not Chinese. It's Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese. It's all of Asia. And they offered me protection. So, with their protection, I continued exposing David Rockefeller. And earlier this year, I issued an ultimatum on rents.com. The answer to the ultimatum was that the self-described assassin told me there would be an earthquake in Niigata Prefecture, Japan. And 2 days later, there were, on 2 consecutive days, earthquakes right on top of Japan's largest nuclear power plant. And I'll try to present this to people in the future. There was video taken of a ball of plasma in the atmosphere above Niigata on that day. So his answer was to hit a nuclear power plant with an earthquake machine and kill innocent people. Now I say, why on earth would I not then retaliate? Well, that would be playing into his strong hand now, wouldn't it? He controls a lot of violence, a lot of instruments of death. The people who are behind him, these Sabbatean sects of Satanists, would love to trigger World War III. And I'm not going to give them that excuse. So instead, the Chinese societies and the Asian countries, you may have noticed, have started dumping dollars, big time. A lot of people are wondering why a picture of me smiling beside David Rockefeller appeared on the internet. Now, the interview may be a little bit disappointing in the sense that a guy like that is not going to go and just tell you, oh yes, I'm head of the secret government and I sacrifice children and I'm planning, to turn everybody into sheep. It's just not going to happen. You have to look for subtle signals. It's the rules of the game. I was a corporate journalist for 20 years, and I know that if you just ask those questions, they'll shut down the interview, you get nowhere. So if I said, why did you spread HIV and why did you create SARS? He would say to his bodyguard, get this Fruit Loop out of the room. That's how it works. So I had to operate within his matrix. And I hate going there. I hate that place. But I had to pretend I was a friendly journalist. And I had to sneak in the stuff I wanted to ask because, unfortunately, it would have been great if you could really hit him with this stuff, but it wasn't that circumstance.